Hello, friends. I do apologize for that moment of silence. I am here in my patio garden. I have a bit of an echo. If I can fix that. Okay. I think, okay, I think I did fix that. Um, so I am here in the middle of the day. I don't necessarily follow anyone that goes live on Thursday afternoons, and I am available here at this afternoon. My time here in the United States. So I am here, and what I wanted to show you guys was um, I wanted to fertilize my plants. I did not water my plants last night, and so I was going to be doing that today, and I wanted to bring you guys along, right? So I do use bananas in the garden. Um, these are the way I actually like to eat bananas, right? So I prefer to eat them when they're still really firm and everything. Hi there, Michael the Realist. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. So this is how I like to eat my bananas, right? And so I'll eat them like this, but my family, they will eat them even as they continue to mature. And then let me show you that. I'm also trying to get myself out. This camera here. I don't know if that's going to work. But when I make banana fertilizer, when I am making my banana fertilizer, I am using only the banana peel. Hi, Anaya. Anaya Hati, how are you? So you want the banana peels to get a little bit more ripened, right? As they start to like decompose and more of the nutrients are in those ripened banana peels. So you want more of that. So you want the banana peel to have a little bit more color to it. And so what I do is that because sometimes there are quite more than I actually need. Hi, Meredith. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm doing well. I hope you are too. I hope you're doing great. I'm getting ready to fertilize and water my garden space here. I normally do that in the evening, but after my live stream last night, it got kind of dark on me quickly, and I did not do that. So, yes. So I am using bananas. So these are the bananas the way I like to eat them. Hi, Tati. How are you? This is how I like to eat my bananas. But my family will eat them even as they start to spot and ripen up. And I know a lot of people. Thank you, Meredith. Oh, your Hong Kong is at night. Okay. Tuesday in the afternoon. I'm in the United States tonight. I'm in the United States, so we are quite some time behind you. So you're actually into the future. That's wonderful, Tati. Thank you so much for coming in. Dingetti, thank you. Oh, you're working, Tati. Okay. Well, when you're working, listen, I greatly appreciate it. Dingetti, Dewey, how are you? Thank you so much. Um, Thank you so much. Hi, Kathy B. Grand Rising. She's in chat. Do you have seeds in your bananas? I don't know. I'm only using the peels. Um, and I don't know if there's seeds in the bananas. I'm assuming that there are because I've seen people root bananas. Hi there, see it with seeds. Planting my herb garden. See, um, if I had more than just herb, if I had only herbs, but I have quite a bit here besides herbs. And so what I'm doing today is I am trying to, oh, lost a succulent recently due to overwatering. Yeah, that's my problem with house plants and floral decoratives. I love them too much. I typically will overwater them or try to give them too much light or not enough of what they need. So yeah, house plants do not do well with me, and neither do florals. Even outside, they don't do well at all. So I am taking the banana peels, and I will usually put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer until I need them. And then I add them to a bucket of water, and I'm just letting them, I let them marinate, so to speak, right? So I let those banana peels, and I'm usually trying to use my rainwater, okay, to with my for my fertilizer. And this is something that I've seen numerous gardeners from around the world do for their plants, using rainwater. I mean, using banana peels. Using tea leaves, using rice water, using all different kinds of things for the different nutrients um, within those different plants and herbs to help fertilize the earth, right? So with the banana, of course, we know that bananas have potassium in them. And just like the bananas help us with muscle cramps and different things like that, the potassium there, um, so to speak, it kind of helps the plants as well. It helps stabilize them in their root systems, right? To help to promote a good rooting system. So that's what we're using the banana peel fertilizer for. Um, in my garden is to use that for the to help with the root system. So I'm not doing it that often, but often enough that it'll make a difference. And so um, my I won't show you this mixture because um, the last time that I mixed up some, I added what do you call mosquito bit to it to kind of deter mosquitoes from getting in the water. But I have it closed off, so it looks worse than it normally does. Normally, the banana peels just sink to the bottom, and it's just a cloudy looking water. But the banana bit did something more to my pot. So I won't show that to you, but I am going to use it, and I am going to turn the other camera around and move my chair around. And because when I do water my plants, my garden space, I try my best to use as much rainwater as possible. It was raining earlier. It's not raining now, but it's supposed to be off and on, drizzling off and on throughout the day. So now the sun is coming out and it decides to get hot on me because just a little while ago it was raining on me. While I was out here setting up, I was trying to find the perfect thumbnail and for it to make sense. I've been watching all of these how to and things to make my channel grow and to attract people. And so with vidIQ, I don't know if any of you are familiar with that, but if you're not, it's awesome. They do have a free thing that you can use to learn a lot about your content creating and helping to promote your videos and different ideas for your videos. So that's vidIQ, VID Q, yes, IQ. And so I was working on my thumbnail. So this morning I watched a webinar with vidIQ, and the guy was, oh, was that last night? I can't remember, last night or this morning, and he was talking about thumbnails. He last night he was. I'm sorry, that was my son talking. What is that, baby? Baby, I don't want a smoothie. Thank you. You can put it in the refrigerator for me for later. Thank you. He made me a smoothie. Oh, they know I don't like them. Now he's giving me the evil Chucky eye. But so in the webinar, he was talking about thumbnails. Hi there, Nachovi. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's good to see you, and I hope all is well. How close am I to my watch hour goals? I'm not close at all, Steve. Carlene, I am not close at all because I have not posted a lot. So that first part of 2023, I was not posting. Hello there, my friend with the camera. Thank you so much for coming in. Um, I think I missed somebody there. Thank you so much for coming in. Wellness with Sugar Mama, thank you so much for coming in. So let's see, what was I saying? I get distracted. Cruising is fun anytime. Hi, Miss Cheryl. Oh, I see about my watch hours. So no, I'm not close to my watch hours at all, but I want to get close to my watch hours. I want to get there and actually get over that hump eventually. But I wasn't posting much content at all. I record everything, but the editing and the posting and all of that stuff, I hate it. I don't like it at all. So yes, I should have been going live a lot sooner. I should have been doing this um, for a while longer, but I had not been doing so. So I am asking all of you, just for your help, any little bit of time that you have would be greatly appreciated. Um, and yes, um, I appreciate everyone coming in as well. So my hours, I am still not even over 600 hours at this time, Carlene, because my first video that I released, it did do okay. And so I am losing hours daily. Um, Losing hours. Hi, Tanika Davis. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm losing hours daily. And unfortunately, I'm losing more than I was gaining because when I did first post that video, um, that would have been in March of 2023. And the video did okay and it continues to do okay. So I do lose hours because of that video on a daily basis. Um, yeah, I am starting to lose hours since March because of that. Thank you so much. Yes, everybody, please make sure you're liking the video as you come in. I greatly appreciate that. So, what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you guys how I use my rainwater. So I have my reservoir with my rainwater, and I'm gonna put that into my watering pitchers, and I'll add the banana peel fertilizer to that as well. So I will get the other camera adjusted for you to be able to see me doing that process, and then I will be watering. I've already started because I was recording myself, and then I was like, just go ahead and kill the two birds with the one stone. Go ahead and get on live. Do what you said you were going to do. And plus, I didn't know if it was going to rain later and if I would be able to come on later. So I have did a few of the plants over on this side, but not everything. So I'm going to go ahead and reposition myself. Give me just a second. Okay. Excuse me, all in the front of there. I think that's where I am. Yeah. Okay. So, can you see myself? Yes, I can see myself. So I am taking this little, and I recycle a lot of materials, right? And so this bucket here has my fertilizer in it, and I am just putting it into my different pitchers to use because I will add in my rainwater. So I rarely use a water hose or tap water in my garden because and I'm gonna stir this up a little bit more. It's settled down a little bit. And so it doesn't really stink. Um, it doesn't smell like it normally does because I added the rice bits. And I do apologize, guys. I can't see the camera right this minute. Um, yeah, I am not able to see the camera. Okay, so I'm just adding the fertilizer to the bucket. Trying to let you guys see that because it does look not as pleasant to the eye, but it's a good fertilizing tea for the plant. I think they enjoy it. And again, it's to kind of help with their rooting system. So let me get my top and cover that because there are some little pesky flies flying around. And I will cover this. Okay. And so I'm going to now just fill up the pot here from my water reservoir. Um, you guys can kind of see me, but I am here. So I have my rainwater. I have this big 96-gallon trash bin that I'm using to collect the rainwater, and I fill it up when it rains. I thought I was going to be able to do that today when I saw the forecast with the rain throughout the day, but it was very scattered rain. So not doing me nearly as much good as I wanted to, which is so not fair because with the container gardening, you have to water more frequently because the evaporation is quicker and the plant, especially with it being as hot as it's been lately, the plants are using, I forgot to put my glove on and I just got that water on me. Um, I am a city girl. So I did not like that at all with the water just getting on my hand. So, putting my glove back on. So I got two of my buckets. I got one more bucket to fill up that I'm going to, then I'll go over in water. And the plants love this rainwater. I mean, I had used some tap water over the last week, and I can see the difference in the tap water and the rainwater. It is a significant difference in the two. Um, so I'm getting my bucket to water, and I put these over here and reposition it so you can see me. And I'm gonna take a look at the chat again and again I'm on StreamYard today, right? So I'm on StreamYard and um, using my cell phone too. So, hi Bill, welcome in. Okay, let's see here. Himalayan Trails, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. Genesis, thank you so much. You were first in the house. I kept changing the time. Um, yeah, the rainwater definitely makes a big difference, and I do apologize. still hot out here. Nowhere near as hot as it was yesterday. But we are at 77 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Let me look at this. See what else I may have missed here. Hi, Porkers on the go. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you guys. We had folks from all over the place. We got Saudi Arabia. We have the Dominican. Oh wow. Of course the US, Hong Kong. Okay. So nothing else missing there. We have Canada and folks from all over the US. So I am going to um, I'll be on the other camera watering on that side of the garden. So I'm gonna go around there and I'll be right back with you guys. Hopefully you um, what I'm gonna do because that mic, well, you should still be able to hear me from this mic because I have my Bluetooth on. And the signal seems strong enough. Hopefully the kids don't start gaming. I think that may be what was causing some of my internet issues this week. My son and his gaming. So I am going to put the clothes back on and water the plant. And so I had already done the some of the okra and the corn and gotten up here through the cucumber and the zucchini. So I was here at this zucchini and squash, and I'm so glad that it's overcast today because again, I normally do not water during the daytime unless it's really early in the morning. So, and I did not water last night because I was on live kind of late. And because it is raining a little bit throughout the day, I am also not having to water as heavy as I normally do. But because of the rain, I thought it would be a good time to add the fertilizers into this. So now I'm doing I just did the um, not cucumbers. This is cantaloupe here, and this one here is my honeydew. And I hope everybody or everything will appreciate this banana tea. Let me give some to the ginger. Caterpillars destroyed my caterpillars destroyed my kale. Oh my goodness. They just came through and ate it all to pieces. And I think I'd already done that corn plant there. And so the water goes really quickly. So it is no fun doing this by hand. No fun whatsoever. So I'll have to rethink that next year when I do that. Or maybe even for the winter to try and get more or a bigger container for collecting my rainwater and perhaps adding a spouting system to it, something because this is for the birds, I tell you. In each one of these plants, I have four of the plants in there. I just stuck them full in those buckets. I really did. So I think I've done everything on that side. So I will just do it again. And that is the game that we play. I'm looking to see if Dad is still here. He hasn't gone to work yet. So I'm back in the camera, I think. Kinda sorta. Kinda sorta. I can't see. And you guys see how I have my thing rigged up there. But this is a no judgment zone. So no judging. We are doing what it takes to be a farmer or gardener and a blogger slash content creator. And of course, my main role as glamorous queen and beauty queen. So I'm gonna add the banana mixture after I put the water in this time. So I'm doing this part first, and then I'll add the banana peel mixture. But again, thankfully it's been raining throughout the day already, and I don't have to water as heavy as I normally do. And hopefully it'll continue tonight. So this is basically just to help with the fertilizer. See, it's getting very low. I'm having to bend down, dip down in here even further to this container because it's about 4 feet tall or deep rather. And whenever you have standing water, the rainwater or any type of standing water that's around your home to prevent mosquitoes, you should always try to get something to help reduce that as much as possible, the spread of disease and germs. So I do use the rice bits, I mean, not rice bits, the mosquito bits um, to put into my rainwater. And it has been helping. Um, it has been helping me with that. So, yes. Okay, yes. So it's telling me that my mic is muted over there. And I know that. So I'll turn that camera back towards the garden so you don't have to see me twice. Okay, Dad is at the door. Looks like he's leaving us now. Somebody has to go to work. Okay, and so now I'm going to put more. Rosdale, thank you so much for coming in. Hello, you. Hey there, Susie Ann. More. Thank you so much for coming in. Is it yours, Miss Tanya? Okay, you're at work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in. Replay is wonderful. We appreciate it. Do you have anybody else? Okay, everybody else is still here. So we have 12 in the house. If you have not done so, please hit the thumbs up for us. We appreciate that. And I know it's the middle of the day. Folks are at work. Um, Folks are busy doing things. But I know Thursday night, Wednesday night was busy. I know there were a lot of live streams last night. But again, this challenging myself to do the live streams, to post the content, as well as continue supporting folks is definitely a challenge. So I have been trying to get it all in and do everything. So I do hope that you all will forgive me if you're not seeing me as much as you normally do in the streets because I'm pretending to be a content creator myself. And so I know that batch creating is a wonderful thing. So I'm hoping that perhaps that's something that I can do is to do a bit of batch creation um, soon. um, but here, the summertime, my uh, son is home. He's out of school for summer. He's um, taking up football. at his high school for the upcoming school year, and they started summer practice literally the week after school closed down. So I've been taking him to practice and picking him up in the mornings every day during the week, and that definitely takes a little bit of time. And I go work out and I do those mother housewife things. I go to the gym. I go do a little ripping and running around. I try to clean up and do laundry and stuff. Um, but this gardening is also this is a full time job. So now I know why farmers are not often cooks, and a lot of them are men. Am I being a little biased there? Probably. I apologize. Anybody that's listening that took offense to that, I apologize. Not that I don't mean what I said, but I apologize if you took offense. Okay, so I'm gonna go, and I'm wondering, did I get that last corn in the back corner? I'm gonna grab that last corn in the back corner, and then I will get these plants over here on the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here and get this last bag of corn. Yeah, I don't think I got it earlier. And the corn is a heavy feeder. Um, a few days ago, I did also do bone meal and blood meal into the soil around the plant. So I did that too. Um, and I had one okra bloom that's showing. And I'm going to grab this phone and get that okra bloom because I have not been able to get out in the morning and capture any of the okra blooms. So I'm going to take you guys around and show you this beautiful okra bloom. Look at there. Can you see that? It's tiny. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's a small one. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that lovely? I had some bigger ones, but literally by the time I had dropped my son off the first last week, it they had fallen off. They had closed up and they fall off. And then so this will fall off, right? And the okra will then form. So the plant will open up, the bloom will open up, and then it will fall off. It will blossom once, and then it will fall off. So that is how they do. So sorry, I just wanted to show that. And I got to figure out how to turn this camera back around. Settings. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, so it's back on me and my sweaty face. Please forgive me. Okay. So we're back on the garden. I did bring my water bottle out, but not my towel, so I'm using my garden paper towels today. And now putting the gloves back on, and I'm gonna do this side. So I'll start with the tomatoes and the green beans. And I'm just so upset about these cabbage and cauliflower. So the thought of even messing with those just upsets me because those bugs got into them and just went to work. The tomatoes also require a lot of water, and you want to be consistent with your watering, um, so that you don't have splitting in your tomato plant once they put on fruit. Because these have, this one that I'm watering here has quite a bit. It has a couple of buds on it. This one also has some buds on it, but the pollinators are not coming. So like these over here, they've dried up. These back here have dried up and they were not pollinated. So I may need to do some self pollinating, some hand pollinating, um, with these tomatoes because the pollinators are not coming over here. They're staying over there with the squash plants where all the flowers are. And if they do come, I guess they're going to the green beans. So we're not getting much fertilization, or excuse me, pollination in the tomato plant. And I have these morning glory, I mean, yeah, the not morning glory, marigolds in the plants, but again, not getting much um, pollination over here. But my green beans are doing good. So probably in another day or two, I'll be able to harvest some more of the green beans. I'm excited about that. They are growing really well. I Sunday evening after I after that live stream, I harvested the green beans that were on them, and then I staked them up a little bit further on the bamboo stakes that are here, and I think they like that. Um, so they are doing well. So anybody that's come in the chat, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm not able to see the chat at this time while I'm over here on this part of the garden. So I will catch up on the chat in just a moment. And what I'm doing, I am using my rainwater, and I'm using banana peel fertilizer or to fertilize my plants here. And because it is raining um, today, on and off, not raining right now, I'm not having to do as much heavy watering as I normally do. Okay. And since my um, cucumbers here and watermelon and cantaloupe, um, I think they're pretty good. So I am not going to do those at this time. I'm not going to treat those at this time. I'm just going to put this little bit that's left in this pot in with the cantaloupe, or maybe I'll put it in that cantaloupe. There's one lone cantaloupe over here on this side. I'll put it in this cantaloupe since it's more established than those. Okay. But I'm not going to um, put any more in those plants. Okay. So that was fun. I am hot. Yes, that was fun, and I am hot. Okay, so where are we? Hi, Pete. Second Pete, thank you so much. Welcome in. Yes, watermelon and cucumbers and zucchini and water. Thank you so much, Pete, for coming in. I appreciate you. So, and I'm just jumping in on these live streams wherever and whenever I can. So, without um, I heard somebody use the term when they were referring to family and YouTube without stealing time from my family members. I don't want them to feel like I'm neglecting them in any way when they are home. So, um, like I said, my husband, he was napping and now he's gone on to work. And because one of his employees went to perform Hajj this year, so he is on vacation and so he's covering for him. And I have this time now. So my son, he had practice, he's resting, he made his protein shakes after his practice. Um, and maybe, look at there, you guys can't see that, but I, um, I had been trying since earlier this week to work on my little DIY trellis here. And I kept losing my gardening twine, my twine, whatever kind of twine you want to call it. I use it for everything. And so I did finally find it late in the live stream yesterday, and I did not want to mess with it. So I put it inside the pot, one of the pots of the cucumber. And I don't know if you can see here, but the cucumber has already, I put the string here. So this cucumber vine has already wrapped itself around this string. I don't know if you guys can see that, if you can zoom in on it or whatever, but it's already wrapping itself around the vine. And that's what they do. They will attach themselves to whatever. Like right here on this leaf, the leaf attached itself to the leaf. The vine attached itself to the leaf. So they will do that. And so that is also um, was one of my goals with the garden to do that. So since it is already trying to do it for itself, I guess I will go ahead and do that. And I will rinse out my containers later. So I'm going to set them aside where I would normally rinse them at and get them out of my way. Get them out of the way. So they won't be in the way, bothering me. And I'm going to cover the top because we do not want flies or mosquitoes or anything to get inside of these pots because I don't want them, one, laying eggs, or two, um, just getting in there being nasty. We don't want that at all. Now, did I get out three of them? Where's the yellow one? No, there's the yellow one. Okay. So I am just covering these containers the best I can with what I have over here. So I have some buckets and I have some little tray covers so you guys can hear the noise. Sorry, not quiet time right now. Okay, there. Okay, so I don't know. Well, I'll keep this camera. Probably need to go get my I can't see the glasses. Need to get my extension cord so that my cell phone battery won't go dead. And thankfully, it's not as hot as it was earlier this week when the sun tried to kill me. I shouldn't be using that word, right? But it was hot. and that sun was beating down big time. So I do apologize again for being off camera, trying not to be quiet. That was a cement truck. There's a quarry and a mixing company down the road. So there's always some truck during the workday or another coming by. Oh, why is this not working? I guess I should plug it up. There you go. There we go. I will pull this back some and try to keep enough space to keep me plugged in with power. Got everything all rigged up, guys. My studio set up over here is something else. Let's see. How does that even look? Okay, it doesn't look too bad. You guys can see the garden. Hi there, Miss Etta. Welcome in. How are you? Thank you, Miss Etta. I am trying so hard to keep it together and keep it watered and alive and be able to get some edibles out of it to actually, you know, bring to the table. So that is the ultimate goal, is to actually be able to get it together and bring it to the table. Um, so I don't know how. Okay, can I make that bigger? Uh, Mohammed Nasir, thank you so much. I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you? So I did find my twine. The cucumber has already attached itself to it there. So I am going to go ahead and start with my twine as I had said I was going to do for the garden and try to attach the cucumber plant. But, I was actually thinking that I needed to move the cucumber plant to a different location. And I don't know how I'm going to do that by myself, um, because this is not going to be a good location for them. Good morning, Deepa T. Ray. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh, that's good, Muhammad. I'm glad you're doing well. It does look like a feast out here, Miss Betty. At least that's what the caterpillars think it is. They think this is their feasting ground. Um, because I have the watermelon in the back, right? And the cucumber there. And these will grow up and they will overshadow them from whatever sun that may come in during the day. And I don't want that. So I definitely need to move these to a different place. One, um, where they're not going to be too much in the way. Mm, let's see. I'm wondering if I can just slide them around and put the peppers in front of them and have them behind the peppers, because the herbs will be okay without as much sun. Um, so I think that's what I'm going to do. So now I have to figure out how I can get these moved around without breaking my new trellis that is inside of each of the pots, which is inside three of the pots. Okay. So that is my challenge right now. So fingers crossed, guys and gals, that I can do this without tearing my cucumbers all to pieces. Nick Chovy, thank you so much for coming in. You know, everyone mixing you around. So I'm gonna move my chair here, and yeah. So I will have to move the pepper plant. So I have my pepper plants here. So I'm going to move the pepper plant over out of the way, and this one is doing really well. I'm really, really impressed with it. However, again, that stupid little moth. You guys see how he ate up the basil in there? He was just feasting on it. So yesterday's live stream, I did mention my um, plant spray that I created using a recipe off of Pinterest, right? And I've been checking, but I think I missed a few eggs. I haven't seen the moth out. Um, and I think I need to put my hair up because it's getting on my nerves. I haven't seen the moth out the last couple of days, so but he could be coming when I'm not looking. But I did see a couple of caterpillars left. I saw a caterpillar on the kale plant, which has been destroyed, and I saw a caterpillar on one of the cabbage plants. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is move these two poles or pots here um, together at the same time, trying to keep the trellis together and make sure that you guys can still see me in it as well. So, uh-oh, you guys can see how this one again has attached itself to the string. So we have to move them together at the same time. Now push it back. And I haven't seen my chipmunks in a couple of days. I hope they're okay. And I put watermelon seeds out here on Tuesday, and they're most of them were still here. So now I have done that to move those, and what that's going to do is it is going to create a a blanket in front of those herb plants up there on the plank there. So you guys can see what I did here. My thumb has not always been green, Miss Etta, but I guess with practice you can get good at most things, and I have been practicing. So this is my fifth growing season, fifth spring growing season in my garden since 2020, and I have come a long way. Last night in my live stream, I did kind of hit on. Okay, Anai, you can sleep. You can just leave it running. That would be great. Just put me all the way down to like one on the volume so that YouTube doesn't YouTube knows that you are listening. um, but yeah, so I hit on the fact that I started off my gardening um, with what do you call it? Kitchen kitchen scraps, so that any potatoes, carrots, um, and tomatoes, um, celery, and lettuce, those things that will root easily and they grow, the vegetables grow up out of the fruit or the vegetables. That's how I started, and just doing those things from a jar in the kitchen window. And that's how I started things off. And so that was fun and interesting to watch the plants grow. Um, um, from that from those fruits and vegetables that I thought I've already used them. And so I how I started that was I was researching how to um, make chicken stock, right? So I mean, not chicken stock. Oh no, I have some of that in the kitchen actually that I made. But how to make vegetable stock from your leftover fruits and vegetables that you might have that you cook with. And in searching for that on Pinterest, because back then I was not on YouTube or any other social media, I was just use Pinterest and so and Google. And so one of the things that popped up was, you know, another way to repurpose those leftovers or those cast offs was to regrow them, to have a kitchen scrap garden that you get them to root and to grow, and you can either continue them in the water or once they do get a good root system, you can put them in soil and again let them grow and do the same thing. So from the green onions, the cabbage, I mean not the cat, I didn't do cabbage, lettuce, celery, and such. Yes, I do this all by myself, Deepa. Yeah, I've done all of this absolutely by myself. I collected all of the soil by myself, um, filled up all the bags, positioned everything where it is. Um, And yeah, I did everything by myself. I planted everything from seed. Well, not everything. So it's only a few things that weren't from seed. My rosemary here, they were not from seed. My peppermints were, they were gifted by a neighbor. She gifted me just a few stalks peppermint years ago, and so it of course has multiplied. And I keep it in the containers because peppermint can be very, very invasive, and take over. So I have it inside my containers here, and I have some inside the bricks along the other side there because I do not want it to take over. But almost all of the vegetables, my cucumbers, corn, watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew, squash, zucchini, the okra, my eggplant, my beets, my radish, my tomatoes, my green beans, the cabbage, the cauliflower, again, the cucumber. Everything has been grown from seed. So, yes, I'm excited. And I have also gotten a lot of advice watching, some of my Indonesian community there, lots of planters and farmers there that grow things very well, as well as some Filipinos. Because sometimes I just look at some of the soil and I'm like, nothing can grow in that. It's too rocky, it's too clay like, but people get things to grow. And I see people that don't have a lot of space like me, and they can get things to grow. Yeah, so I'm, I've, I've been very impressed with the grow process and everything, and been enjoying myself. So I am still looking here. Um, I'm gonna try to slide this down a little bit because I do have. right here. I have a sweet potato plant, and then I have a morning glory. Probably need to move that morning glory again because those things do vine as well, and I don't want them to attach to the cucumber trellis. So I'm gonna slide these down just a little bit more so they do not attach themselves to the cucumber trellis because we want this to be just for the cucumber. And thankfully, I can do this while sitting since we have gotten it good and positioned here. It's still kind of leaning a little bit. We'll bring that one out. I might have to find another pole to kind of do something to keep them up steady. We don't want them to fall over that way. Okay, so before I put my pepper plants back in front, I am going to go ahead and try to take the string up along the plant. And like I said, this one has already attached itself. I'm going to unattach it, but it'll still be curled. And so when I get back to this plant, we will be able to curl it back around the string. Um, so I don't have to break it, just need to take it apart. So it's still coiled, and I have a few other coils um, around some things. So I'm going to get my scissors. Oops, I guess my white shirt is attracting bugs. Hi there, she stole my thunder. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Kathy B, you're still here. Thank you so much. Yes, lots of yummy things growing here. I am hoping that this batch of cucumbers will do better than that first batch that I had. They did not do as well. I'm not sure. I'm thinking is that I did not put the bone meal and blood meal um, in the soil. I didn't fertilize the soil well enough before I put the seeds in or the seedlings in to that plant. So I'm going to get my scissors and start with these cucumbers here. And this is just going to be um, me just taking a string and wrapping it around the plant. So I'll start on this side so you can kind of see me. So I'm going to start from the plant and I hope I don't need the scissors. That's my goal is that I won't need the scissors and I can just keep it going. Um, but I'm going to take this and loop it and around the stalk of the cucumber. Okay. So we're going to tie it around the base of this cucumber. So I will do a knot and I'm putting that under those first seedling leaves that are still there. And then I'm going to rope it around. I'm going to rope it around it and hoping that I'm roping it good so that it won't slide down the plant. Okay. And so that's another reason why I was thinking that I would not um, cut the string, right? So I have this one attached to the stalk of the plant. You guys cannot see this. Um, Maybe I should bring the phone camera um, around here. And if it should die, we'll just, you know, plug it back up as long as we have the main camera. Okay, so I am going to bring this up here and bring it down. You guys can have a better look at what I'm doing here. Okay, because I can't see anything, right? So here's what I've done. I took the string and I have looped it around the plant here. I tied it a knot here and then I looped it around. And so now I'm going to take this string up to the trellis to attach it. And so the goal is to have this to grow up and around the trellis, right? That is our goal. And so I am going to try to knot this piece. I think I know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. Yes, I think that is done okay. And then what I'll do is I'm going to attach this to, I'm going to try to attach it to the handle of, of this other um, container, or maybe even to its own container. Yeah, maybe I'll attach it to its own container here. So I'll double the string. I'll double the string here and attach it to the handle of this, and we'll hope that it doesn't break. So we'll just knock this off here. Yeah, so we'll attach this one. Oops, it's kind of, it's not taut enough. Let's try that again. I want it to be taut so that it's strong enough for the plant to go up without falling down. And for whatever reason, I'm not able to keep it taut. And I appreciate everybody for being here and coming in to check on me and see what I was doing with those bananas. And so, for those of you that did not see the bananas, I did have bananas in the garden. The bananas are still out here, and I used banana fertilizer to fertilize the roots of the plant. And so that is over and done with. And we did find the twine. And so that is what we're doing now. We are now using this twine here for our um, forest um, bamboo trellis. So now we are going up and around, up and around. And again, I want to keep things as taut as possible so that the cucumbers won't drag the string down or the trellis down. So I think that one is kind of taut. So now we gotta loop it enough to get it to stay in place. I'm having to use all kinds of brain cells today because I am not an engineer and only pretending to be a gardener. Okay, I think that one is good. What do you guys think? You think the cucumbers will like this? That they'll do okay? I gotta take a second here to get some water. I'll take a look at the chat here. So we have House of X in the house. Thank you so much for coming in. Welcome. I'm out here in the heat. Temperature has gone up about 4 degrees since I was outside. It was 88. Now it is, no, it was 78. Now it is 81. Um, okay, Deepa, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Etta. Thank you so much. I'm trying. Okay. Want to make sure I didn't miss anybody, but welcome me in House of X. I appreciate you. Pete, for being here still. You're wonderful. I know you're jumping all around the YouTube street, playing conductor and moderator everywhere. And I'm sure everyone appreciates you as much as I do. Bye, Crossdale. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you around. Okay, so I wanted to grab a drink of water and then I'll go back to retying. And I do have my headset on, so excuse my flirting. And you guys can see how I brought the plants over into the sun and they've already started to go a little limp. Um, so now we are here on this side, and now I am going to attach this string to this um, stalk of the cucumber without without cutting the string. That is my goal, without cutting the string. So, or breaking the stalk. That is another goal. Trying not to break the stalk. Okay. I'm just knotting it to the end there so that it will be taut, but not too tight to the plant. And I guess you guys can see a little bit of what I'm doing here. It looks like you can. So now that I've done that, I am going to loop it up and around the stalk. Uh-oh, that's not very taut, is it? Let's see if we can get that one around a little bit more. That's not very tight. If you guys see me breaking off these leaves, these little starter leaves, they serve no use now. Okay, they're basically just to stabilize the plant when they first start growing. So they typically will fall off on their own. But I just broke those off myself so that I can see a little bit better. Okay, I can't get this one any tighter. I hope that just didn't disconnect me. It looks like I'm still connected there. Um, I might have to take a stapler, a garden stapler, and put that down in there to make this a little bit taller because I'm not happy with that. Okay, so anyway, moving forward, I am going to go ahead and loop this second string that I have here around the plant, the stalk and the stems here. And again, it's not too tight as to hurt the plant or break it, but just enough to create a little bit of stability for it to vine upwards. Uh-oh, I think I'm covering a bit of growth there, and that won't go over well because that is a essential part of the growth system of this plant. And I almost destroyed it. So let me start that over. So I don't know if you guys can see, but the way the plants are growing, so you can see this one here, um, this one that's grown here, it grows up from the center of the fork of the plant. So that's like whenever you're pruning, um, you know, taking flowers, taking your herbs or anything, you should always try to do that to take it from the V, right, of your plant, um, because that's where things grow from. You know, things they have the V and then they come up and then they keep doing like that. Just like with the tree, everything branches off. So I almost destroyed the next um, part of the stalk there based on what I was doing. So I am rethinking what I was just doing there. So I won't loop it the way I was just doing. I will come back around this other um, stem to fasten it. Yeah, I think this will be better because I was just getting ready to make a big boo boo. Okay, and I want to loop it one more time right here at this stalk, not around that new growth that's already coming. There's just a teeny little vine there. I don't want to do it around it. I do want to attach it over there. I just broke the little vine. Can you see that? I just broke it. Thank you guys for still being here. I appreciate you so much. Okay, there. And so I will take this one up and over. So this one is top. Yeah. And I didn't go to the gym today, but I'm gonna go this evening to the gym because I feel like something's been missing out of my day. Like I said, my son wasn't feeling this well or too well this morning when he went to practice. We forced him to go to practice, to football practice, because we told him that, you know, yeah, that's pretty sturdy without doing any harm to the stem. And you can see how they're standing up here and attaching. So I'm going to attach this one. Um, I'm going to tie it. I'm going to knot it there, and then I'm going to attach it to the handle before taking it back up. Okay. But we told our son that, yes, you're not feeling well, you might be in pain, but when you're playing on a team sport, players will get hurt. Players will experience pain, but that doesn't mean that you go home because you're not just there for your own self, you're there for the overall benefit of the team. And your presence, you know, is a benefit to your team members. So even though you don't feel good, you go, you speak with your coach, with the trainer, and let them know how you're feeling and let them determine, you know, if they think you should play or not. But I'm sure that none of them would direct him home. Hi, Goga. Yes, Goga. I am in StreamYard using a double camera. Can you believe that? You see what you've done? You've turned me into a blogger. Thank you, Goga. You've turned me into a whole blogger. I am learning things, so that was another thing that took me a little while. Mr. Inda, thank you so much for coming. Yes, it is sunny here. The sun came out. It was kind of overcast earlier, um, but it is sunny here now. What time is it over there in Ireland right now, Mr. Inda? I know it's probably quite a bit later. It is about 2:54 p.m. here on my part of the United States. I hope everyone is doing well today, this evening, this morning, wherever you may be at. I am tying this string here now to the handle of this container. And again, the same as this one, it is not taut, but I'm not going to worry myself too much with trying to make it taut. I'm not going to worry myself too much. The purpose is to get this one taut around here and get it to go up and vine up. Oh, it's windy here. It seems to be a bit stormy, even though it's already summer. Yeah, yes, a whole production team of myself. Um, and because I did have someone to help me, we had to decommission some of our devices. So we're down to just two devices and the TV. So we have been, when the TV is not in use by other members of the family, I have been using the TV a little bit. And, but yeah, we had to decommission some of the devices because obviously I was doing way too much some people's opinion. I don't think so, but happy spouse, happy house, right? And that is the goal. So now I am tying this string off. Okay. Well, no, this one is still loose, but this one here. So the ones that I'm attaching to the the trellis are taut, but the other ones not so much. Okay. Again, this has been quite a learning experience for me, and I am pleased with myself and my newfound agricultural engineering talent. So let's see. We'll tie this off a couple more times to knot it, and then we'll move it on down the trellis. And again, I'm trying to keep from cutting the string. So, and I do have my fans going here. Hi there, I am Betty J. Gather. Sorry, dear, I'm not looking at the camera or the chat as I'm over here with my plant. Um, Thank you so much, Betty, for coming in. I appreciate you. Yes, I am out here in the garden. I have been on an hour and 27 minutes already, Miss Betty. I um, took my homemade banana fertilizer, and I'll show you guys how I do my banana fertilizer rather. Uh-oh. So I showed this at the beginning of the video. So we always have some bananas going on. Yes. What can I use for mosquitoes outside when I'm working with my plants? I have been doing a few different things, and I actually have something that I was gonna unbox today. Um, but I do a few things, and I try. Um, my One of the things that I like to do is I like to use incense, but you have allergies, so that probably would not work for you. But I do like to use my incense, and I've used citronella incense sticks and incense cones. Um, and those help a lot. And I'll set up several of those throughout the garden space, especially at night when I'm out here, so that the smoke of those incense and the smells. So I use lavender, citronella, and lemongrass. Um, and I had one that just was that smelled so good, and it was a vanilla sage, um, or vanilla sandalwood. Sorry, and it smelled so good. But just the smoke from those incense kind of deters the mosquitoes. Um, Citronella candles, I don't like those. They are too strong for me. They make my head hurt. So I don't like the citronella candles as much. And you would think that the smoke would bother me more, but it really doesn't. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm using my cell phone, Miss Betty, and then I have my computer up here, and so um, yes, I just have that position there. So, and I lost my train of thought there because I just kicked myself out um, of the of. Okay, so I'm not going to touch the mouse again. I'm not going to touch the mouse pad again. I keep. I was trying to look at the chat, and I keep kicking myself out. I don't know if that's affecting what you guys are seeing on your end, but I was going to show you. So early on in my thumbnail on the video is showing a bananas in the garden. And yes, I do have bananas in the garden. I created banana fertilizer. Oh, you lost camera A. So am I not back? So what's missing, Goga? It looks like they're both here on my end. It might be dying too. Are they both there now, Goga? Okay, thank you. Okay. So, um, using the bananas. Are you getting another vlog today? Yes, ma'am. I did plan to put something out, but sleep and other stuff got the better of me last night, and I did not get to upload it. What I needed. The machines are taking over, but before I took my banana. We have bananas. This is how I like to eat my bananas. I like my bananas firm. I do not like them when they are overly ripened. So my family will eat these. My son will use them in his smoothies. So long as I do it before midnight. Okay. Sure. Okay. Um, so my son, he'll use these. My husband, they'll eat them this way. But this is my preferred way to have my bananas. Um, but I take the peels. Let me put these aside. So I take the peels of my bananas, and these were in the freezer because my pot was already full. Bye, Tati. Thank you so much for coming in and joining. Have a good evening wherever you are. I appreciate you and the support. Thank you so much. So I used the banana peels. I had my son as he was eating those, and as we were eating those, we were putting them in the Ziploc bag in the refrigerator, and then when it got full, I put them in the freezer until I was ready to use them. And so what I will do is I will add them to my fertilizing bucket and fill that up with rainwater and just let that marinate. And then I use that in the garden. So what I did today, because again we did have some rain this morning, a little bit. It was raining off and on this morning, and so what I did today, one, I did not water last night after my live stream. I was tired. It got dark on me quicker, or not quicker, but because I went on later, it got darker sooner than it normally does. And even though I normally work out in the garden at night, I was just really tired yesterday, so I did not water my plants last night. It was another one of our cement mixing trucks. Um, so what I did was I didn't water last night. I was gonna water this morning, but I took my son to school. I mean to school for practice. And when I got there, yes, make sure everybody's hit the like button. I can't see that on this side since I'm not in YouTube. So thank you, Miss Etta. But what else was I saying? that yeah, so I didn't water last night. I was gonna water this morning after I came back from dropping my son off, but he didn't feel good. So I stayed at the school for the entire 3 hours that he was at practice. I went and parked across the way so that I could watch the field in case he fell out or somebody screamed out for me. And so I stayed there the entire 3 hours that he was at practice. And I actually got an hour's nap out of that time because it started raining. It cooled off a little bit, and I actually had a pretty good nap. So when I got back home, I started recording my watering, my fertilizer and watering process. And then I was like 15 minutes into it, and I was like, duh, just go live, Keisha. Just go live. Um, Thursday afternoons, I don't know who else is on live at this time. I know most of the folks that are in other countries are sleeping or doing silent streams at this time, or like Goga, you know, watching us to make sure we redirect after our live streams here wherever we are. But so I was like, just go live. So I closed down that 15 minutes, and I'm gonna try to add that back. I'm gonna download and try to fix that, and add it back into the top to the front end of the video. And then I went ahead and I used my banana fertilizer. So I will use my watering pitchers because I use my rainwater to water. So I do not use the water hose and the tap water. I try my best to use rainwater as much as I can to water the plants. They do so much better with the rainwater and those natural minerals and elements or whatever that is within that comes out of the sky or from the earth to the sky and back down again. So they do much better with the rainwater. So um, I do the fertilizer, banana fertilizer with rainwater, and then I take that concentrated fertilizer and add it back to the water that I'm going to plant with. And I've been doing that about, I think the last time I did that was maybe 3 weeks ago. So I had not done it in 3 weeks, and that's about the amount of time that I think was recommended, 3 to 4 weeks for that treatment, making sure that we have the good roots, and especially with my containers. Um, so anyway, I did that. So that's where the banana came from. If anybody was interested, and whatever point that you come in and you're watching this, I'm watching a bee. I wish he would go over to the tomato plant and do some business over there, but he's not. Okay. So now I am back to my twine with the cucumber plants here. I had lost the twine twice this week. Hi there, Virginia Bushcrafter. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. So I'm back here with my twine. I finally found it yesterday evening, right later in that live stream. So I am now um, going to attach cucumber number 3. And thankfully, I only have 5 because I'm tired. Okay, so I am going to attach this string to this banana plant. Nope, this is not a banana plant. This is a cucumber plant. So I am going to, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see that. Hmm, where are my hands at? Yeah, I guess you can see it. So my struggle has been making these taut here so that the string is firm and will support the plant as it, well, I think I'm loosening it up even more. Going the wrong way. It's kind of tedious. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna try any harder. I don't want to hurt the plant or break the stalk. Oh no, the string went under there to chipmunk squirrel. I don't know what they do up under there. Excuse me. All on the camera. But yeah, the chipmunk hides under this little piece of timber there all the time. They're telling what he does up under there, but I have not seen them. Maybe it's been too hot for them too, because normally they're out here playing all around. I hope the cat or the hawk has not gotten them. Thank you, Natel V. I appreciate you still being here. What does he do for mosquitoes? Um, and we know that he has to do something for mosquitoes because he goes deep into the wild. Um, but so, and Miss Betty, so I said I use my incense and my incense. I've tried candles, but I don't care for the candles as much because they make my head hurt. Um, I also have the mint in my garden. I can't see that it deters the plants or deters the mosquitoes at all. I have not noticed that at all. And um, but lately I have been putting a little bit of peppermint oil on my body with my body balm with my shea butter and neem body balm, and that has been helping. And plus, the peppermint just smells so good, so that had been helping with the mosquitoes to repel them from my body. Um, and let's see, I have let's see, what else do I have for the mosquitoes? I have, oh, I have an order that I ordered some Avon from, hi Tristan Natural, welcome in. Thank you for coming. From Jamie, from Beauty Boss by Jamie. Jamie is a Avon representative, and that's Beauty Boss by Jamie, Jamie, all together. She's here on YouTube. So I ordered some of the Avon Skin So Soft mosquito repellent, not just the body oil. I did order some of that too because they have a different scent that I never tried before. So I did order some of the bath oil, but they actually have a mosquito repellent. So body repellent. So I ordered that and it just came in the mail the other day, and so I said I was gonna unbox that on the computer online here, um, or as a video, something or another. I don't know. I haven't tried the Skin So Soft, Miss Betty. Um, I just ordered it, so I haven't actually used it yet. So I can't say whether or not it works, but I know the one that I did order. I didn't order the original one. Um, because I never really liked the smell or the scent of the original Skin So Soft. Um, so I did not order that one to use as a repellent. So the one that I did order, one of the bath oils, I am going to try. I'm not gonna. I'll try that one, but I don't know if it will actually work because it has fragrance in it, right? And I don't know that that fragrance would deter anything. I don't know that that fragrance would actually deter anything. So I will try it before I use the spray. I will see about that. But I know people who swear by the skin so soft and how it works against insects, but I don't know. Maybe I just played so hard as a little one, as a young person, that the sweat and body heat um, outweighed the smell of the skin so soft. And so here I am again trying to get this twine around this um, stalk without doing any damage to any important parts of it. So I hope this second camera is capturing what I'm doing because I can't see it with the lighting and I guess my bad eyesight. Next Thursday, I probably will be offline most of the day next Thursday because I do have my um what's that deep forest okay, so Virginia Bushcracker is giving us some information. Yes, I like my boots, Trish, and they have horses on them. You see the little horses? They're cute. When you buy your garden boots, Trish, buy them like a half size or a size too big. That way your feet can slip in and out of them because you get all sweaty inside of them, and that way it makes it easier to get in and out of them. Okay. So Miss Betty saying she has to be careful because of the chemicals. Some of those break her out. I understand that, Miss Betty. So number two, repel insect repellent, Sportsman Max 40% deep. Yeah, okay. And I have always tried to use deep free insect repellent. Um, no, yeah, I think that's it. So I've always tried to use the deep free insect repellents. I think that's what I've been trying to do, and that's why I started with my and then deep forest repellent spray. Oh, you're allergic to that one really bad. Yeah, yes. And these mosquitoes are horrible. I had 4 bites right here on this arm, and I was putting tea tree oil and peppermint on it, and I finally had to break down and get some hydrocortisone cream and put on it because it was hurting and it was swollen. I mean, it was actually inflamed and hot to touch with those mosquito bites. So yeah, they can itch. Yeah, Goga. I don't have any cows or sheep or dogs, but I also don't want to step on any slugs or snails or anything out here in the garden. So Virginia Bushcraft is saying, yeah, read up on it before you use it. It can really affect people differently. So far, I've not had a problem, but research before you use it. Definitely, yeah, because regardless, even things as natural as the essential oils, they're all when you put it on, it all causes a chemical reaction. Your body produces oils and sweat and different things that leads to a chemical reaction whenever you add anything else um, with with your natural body oils and sweat and secretion. So you have to be careful with that. Okay, don't want to have it too tight. Don't want to pull it up out the ground. um, but yeah, And our bodies will tell us when something is not right and not good for us. So just always listen to your body. Don't think, oh, I'll get used to it because, oops, some people will do that. They'll keep using something even if they know that is not good for them. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Okay, we have plant number three up. So I'm going to move my chair around, and I have all of my green pepper plants over here. So I'm going to reposition those um, back around in front of, I guess I'll have to keep some space so that I can actually get to anything that does grow. So I have to have a little bit of a row between the plants, right? And I was told to make sure that anything I'm planting, that I plant in multiples as close together, as possible so that they can, you know, um, help with the pollination processes and everything. So, and so yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. Let's turn this one around on me. Look at me. I just threw my hair up because I'm like, I'm hot. So we have number three done, and we are on to number four. I'm moving these pepper plants, and I got some coupons in the mail today. Excuse my squeaky chair, guys. Um, I got some coupons in the mail today from the hardware store, from the Ace hardware store. And so, turning this one around on this plant. Yeah. And so I am going to order online and pick up in the store so that I can get my a better deal. But I'm gonna get something that is for these house flies that fly all around, and things that are outside. They flies just multiply. Triple T, long blessings. Who's Triple T? Oh, long lifters. Hi there, Marion. Good to see you. Karen's here. Our beautiful talent time. Thank you guys for joining. So I am going to now start with this plant, and oh, look at there. You see it's already coiling around. So we're gonna make sure this is the one. No, is this the one? I think I think this is the one that was already attaching itself um, to the twine that I had just laid over in here last night. Hmm, something flying around my face. I don't like it. I've gone silent on you guys. Sorry. I'm just kind of wrapping this one around for now. Okay, I think that is going to work there. And I will maybe one more time, take it around before I try to get this these things just wrap back around it, just coil back up. They're not gonna like this. Okay, I'm gonna attach this one to the other side when I bring it up the trellis. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring this one up. Ooh, I feel like I need music, but that totally would not sit well with me because I like it quiet. So what exactly are you doing for the people in the back of the class? Okay, so bushcrafter, before I get to you, turn citronella bracelets on each wrist to keep mosquitoes away, and they work pretty good. My husband said that that's like arm candy for the mosquitoes in West Africa. um, Karen, today what I did was I used my homemade banana fertilizer to fertilize and water my plants. So using bananas, right? I didn't do this today, but using bananas. I like to eat my bananas when they look like this, when they're still nice and firm. Um, my battery is low on one of my headphones. Let me replace that right quick so that we don't have any silence. Uh-oh. Okay. Can you guys still hear me? I hope you can still hear me and didn't lose sound or mic or anything. So yes. So this is how I like to eat my bananas when they still look like this. However, my family, my husband, my son, they will eat the bananas when they start to go like this too. My son will put them in his smoothie. And so I am using the peel of the bananas. Hi there, make this go viral. Thank you so much, Miss G, for coming in. So when the bananas go like this and using the peels, we will, okay, thank you, Virginia Bushcrafter. We will use the peels and I put them off in a Ziploc bag in the refrigerator. And if I'm not ready to use them, I'll put them in the freezer. So I did take these out today because it was time for me to make another batch. Um, let me take this one out. It's telling me that one is to reach. I hope the other one is still working. So um, this one here, the banana peel. I add this one to my fertilizing bucket of rainwater, and I put this in, and I just let it marinate for a few days, and I add it to the water when I water my plant, and I try my best to use rainwater. So when it does rain, I'm trying my best to collect rainwater. And so earlier in the blog, that is what I did. I took my watering pitchers, added rainwater, added my concentrated banana fertilizer to water the plants. And I use the analogy that just like with humans, how we use bananas for the potassium in them, how it helps us with cramps, and things like that in our legs and joints and things. Plants also need those same type of nutrients, right? So the potassium in the banana peels will help those plants with the root growth, right? So they need all different kinds of nutrients the same way that we do. Um, and so that is like with the certain things, nitrogen um, from certain things, um, and it's all other kinds of scientific or not scientific, but names related to science that don't quite make it from here to my tongue, but I will read up on it, study it, and do it. And things have been working pretty good for me just listening to other great bloggers and gardeners with what they're doing in their garden. And there have been, on the YouTube streets, the gardening community that I started following, um, they gave and shared a lot of information early on. But um, I felt like I needed a little bit more. And I think I was in Miss T with the T's live stream one morning, and one gentleman came in. His channel is Growing Out the Box. Now, he is awesome. Now, he is like a walking science, farming, gardening, planting encyclopedia, and he spouts off the names and the different things and techniques and everything when he's explaining things in his garden. And I've learned quite a few things from him, as well as another young lady, uh, beauty. So it's like beauty, but no Y, and she has two E's at the end of it. So beauty in the garden. She also does really well with. She's the one that I learned about the bone meal and blood meal to put in the plants, and that also helps with the nutrients in the soil. And then here lately, there's another gardener out of California. So growing out the box, I think he's in Georgia. Beauty in the Garden, she's East North Carolina. And I found her specifically looking for North Carolina gardeners that were closer to my grow zone. And then there's Callie Kim. She's out in California. She has a huge channel of like 600 plus thousand subscribers. And she is also a wealth of information. And not realizing it, but I already use several of the products that she is sponsored by in her garden or in her channel rather. And she does seed packets and other things, seed packets, grow bags that she does. And again, she has different partners, um, product partners that she has on her channel. And those partners actually join her live streams and answer questions um, in the live chat when she goes live once a week. And I think that's awesome because it's a one of them is a company called Monterey, and they specialize in organic insect repellents and pest repellents in the garden. And so, not knowing it beforehand, I use their product, the Sluggo, to help me get rid of um, the slugs and snails that were in my garden. And it's coming upon time for me to do that again. And so to add that around. So that's where I was saying that that coupon that came in the mail is gonna come in handy. So um, beautiful talent time. I hope I answered your question about what I was doing. I used my banana peel fertilizer to fertilize the garden today, and now I am finishing up my trellis that I started earlier this week and found the twine and am now moving on to plant number 5. I've just finished up plant number 4, and I am, can't see it, let's bring it up there, it's a teeny bit here. So I am reconnecting this vine to the rope here. You see how he was already twirling on its own. So I'm just taking it around so that it'll continue to do that on its own. Okay. And hopefully any other ones. I see one here that's also doing that. I'm going to take it and also put it around because this is the one that had attached to the leaf down there. They look like little old school telephone cords. You guys remember those telephone cords that everybody had in the kitchen? Anaya, I thought you were sleeping, dear, but you're still here. Make sure you get your rest. Rest is extremely important for our overall health. So make sure you get yours. And so we are now going to attach. And look what I did here. That's why these weren't looking right. So obviously, I can't talk and engineer at the same time because I was supposed to have attached this to the the containers, and I stopped doing that at pot number 2. Yeah, but it's okay. It is okay. So I will attach this one to pot number 4 and hope it's just a little not pulp. Okay. And I'm going to bring this one up and then bring it back down for plant number 5 here. And plant number 5 is already, I don't know if you can see here, for plant number 5, it has already attached itself to the bamboo stalk here. And inside, it's attached itself to itself in this one. So I'm going to try to take that one. It's attached itself to, okay, really good. And I'm actually going to break that one off, okay? So I kept this much, but it had attached itself to another stalk. Okay. So we'll attach this one to the trellis string when we bring it back down. Yes, if you could take it from the top floor to the basement, absolutely. I remember them. They were all either yellow, that 1970s, 80s, yellow, mustard yellow, um, guacamole green, or that eggshell white. Yes, the shade has finally come over. And earlier it was overcast, so it wasn't too bad. So, but yes, I remember those telephone cords. Um, by the time we got up to age, so those colors, those 3 colors were from my grandmother's era. But the one that my mom had in her kitchen, my mom had a black one in her kitchen. So when we first moved here to this townhome where we live at now, we had a landline um, phone back then. And so we've been here. My daughter will be 22 this year. So we moved here when she was um, 3 months old, or almost 3 months old. Um, so we moved here. Um, and so in January of next year will be 22 years that we've been here. And I had a phone in the kitchen with a cord, but I refused to get a cord that was stretched throughout the house. No way. If I couldn't talk to you on one spot, I needed to be doing whatever else I needed to be doing was either going to have to wait or it was more important than the call. So, mm-mm. Now we're going to come down here and attach number 5. Uh-oh. Did the volume come back on here? The phone camera's about to go dead, so we have been on 2 hours and 12 minutes, which is a good thing that we're almost done. So once I get this one attached up, oh, this has 2 plants in it. So I guess that's why with so many vines. There are 2 plants in this pot, so I'll have to do it twice. Okay, well, guys and gals, I think that I'm going to call this a trellis now, right? I think I'm going to call it a completed trellis for the sake of time. I have the, hi Z, good afternoon. Thank you for coming in. So I do have the free version of StreamYard, and there's no worry about the 20 hours anything because anything that I do use is saving directly to YouTube. So I'm not worried about that time, but my sanity. I don't want to stress myself too much about the live streams and such. So for the sake of that, I am going to go ahead and cut myself off. Okay. And I will finish this last 2 plants off stream. And yeah, what time is it? Dad, my husband will be working late tonight. So I just have to worry about dinner for the kids. And I'm going to work on videos and get out that content before midnight and try to work on some stuff to get out for tomorrow, as well as some shorts so that Miss Betty won't be screaming at me in her live streams and Goga have nice things to say about me. Thank you so much, Miss Etta. And I am going to try to find. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to try to find a channel right quick to redirect to. I tried to set that up earlier, but I didn't know how long I was going to be on here. to find someone to redirect to. So let me see if I can find someone right quick. So I'm looking to see if I can redirect to someone. Go to my studio. And this is all stuff that I've learned from our dear friend Doga. So I am going to go over here into this video, and I hope that I'm still on. Looks like I'm still on. Okay, so I'm going to go here into today's video, and I'm going to add a redirect. Oh no, why don't I see that there? I don't see the customization there. Why is that? Subtitles, screen cards. Oh, I do not see the redirect option here. Hmm. Oh, no wonder. That's not the video I'm in. It makes sense to know what you're doing, right? Okay, this is the right video now. Okay, there is the customization. Like, where's the customization? Okay, so who is live? Who can I redirect to? Guys, I gotta pull the computer down closer to me. I was stretching too far. So please forgive my mug, my sweaty face. Okay, who is live right now? I see lots of silent streams. Not interested in those. Miss Queen Sunkiss who wants to buy me a lunch. Quirky Lily. Okay, I see Broken Hearts Ministry. Look like me, Thankful Thursday. Okay, I see Angie Hart 6'7". There are so many. And the rest of these are all upcoming ones. Okay, so the only one I see that does not look like it is a silent stream is Broken Hearts Ministry, Rapid Recipes for Those Busy Days. Okay, so we will raid over. So if you guys would stay with me for just a bit, we will raid over. I'm going to put this one in here. We're going to raid over to Broken Hearts Ministry. So when I close out the live stream, it will take you directly to Broken Hearts Ministry. Okay. We have 14 here in the house. Um, and so Goga has already put in the direction here. Goga, did you see what I just did? I just went in the back studio and put in a redirect. Oh, if I go back on later, Nachovi, yes, ma'am. If I go back on later and you're on, I definitely will. Can't guarantee it. Um, but I am gonna raid now to Broken Hearts Ministry. I am seeing the live stream, I mean the silent live streams for some of my Southeast Asian and some of the other um, my African continent folks, but I don't want to go into a silent live stream. Okay, even though they may be doing that for that support, but we want to it's the raid to be acknowledged. So I will thank you guys once again for joining me here in the garden for us putting up our lovely trellis and finally attaching finally attaching the twine that we had lost and found and then lost again. And we already have our cucumbers binding up over the twine. So thank you guys so much for joining us here in the garden. 2 hours, 22 minutes, 24 seconds at this time. I know I am a show off. And you guys do the same. Thank you so much, Miss Etta. I appreciate that. Goga, Nachovi, thank you so much for coming in. Scratch and Pete, I love you. Thank you so much for all that you do around these YouTube streets. And Miss Betty and everyone else that came in, I so greatly appreciate each and every one of you. So I am going to call it a live stream and I'm going to let you guys go. So I would like for each of you to stay blessed, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, and have a beautiful afternoon. And if you see me later, jump on in, but I won't make any promises. Bye, guys. And Keisha Ray over to Broken Hearts Ministry, okay? Keisha Ray, just stay for just a few minutes. I see I already lost 4 folks. So I'm ending the stream. See you at Broken Hearts Ministry.